Hello, beautiful dancers. Welcome to Zombie 101, where you are going to learn how to be a zombie dancer. I am Leigh Purtill, and I would like to introduce my two zombie helpers. This is Daniela Strong, and this is Hope Friedman, and both of them are accomplished zombies, having performed in numerous venues. They'll be performing in this year's Sweet Sorrow zombie ballet, we're here to show you how to be a zombie. So, just in time for Halloween. The first thing we talk about with zombies is getting into your zombie character. And so, who were you before you became a zombie? So, maybe you were a dancer, or maybe you were a firefighter, or maybe you were a nurse, or maybe you were a hip-hop dancer and a yoga instructor, or who knows what you were. But whatever it is that you want to keep that as part of your character, because that's going to inform some of your movement. So, very first thing we do when we talk about zombies is how to stand, right? So your feet have to be sort of planted into the earth as if the earth continues to suck your heels into the ground. So you've got your feet comfortably planted side by side here, and then you sort of do this as we talk our zombie sway. And so you move from side to side and sort of have that feeling of like from the center of your body out to the sides, and you sort of move from side to side. Don't focus on anything, keep your gaze like off to the distance. Maybe you're thinking about what you want for lunch. You're really tired. Gotta go do a bunch of things. That's your zombie sway. And so we usually do that when we're waiting for the music to start, or when we're about to go do, some other, something at like our conventions or something like that. So that's your zombie sway. Now we'll talk about the zombie shuffle, right? And that is where you move from side to side, and you either going to move forward or back, or side to side. And so let's start with moving to the back first. And so I'm going to ask my zombie dancers to keep their heels planted in the ground, and as they step backwards, it's not that they're going to lift their feet and walk like a normal person. They're going to slide their heels back, and the knees are kind of bending, but not exactly. And they move side to side as opposed to walking like in opposition, right? Like a normal person, normal alive person. So you just slide to back, good. And now moving forward, right? So as you move forward, it's the same thing. So you don't want to lift your feet and plant them. The heels are still stuck into the ground, and so you slide them forward, and it's like you can barely move. Your toes are still on the ground too. And maybe you've got that upper body sliding side to side. So that's our zombie shuffle, going backwards and going forwards. Now, when we typically see zombies, like if you're looking at them in the movies or something like that, you always see like, brains, right? Well, our zombies, of course, don't speak, but they still want to have that reach. And so it's not a Frankenstein's monster reach like this, but more of a, like the back of the shoulder is sort of like somebody's pushed you, and then you're sort of reaching outwards, right? So that's that feeling of like, ugh, right? Even if you don't say it, that you feel it. So we're going to start with our zombie, let's just walk backwards a little bit. And Blossom has decided to join us to kind of keep tabs on everybody. So we're going to start walking backwards. So you start your zombie shuffle going backwards, right? And then you're going to have your zombie shuffle going forwards, and your arm is reaching, okay? So those are the two basic movements, right? You have your zombie sway and your zombie shuffle. And then the third thing we're going to do here, we're going to put it all together, we're going to put a little dance together. So you're going to go side to side, right? So you're going to step to the right, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then head turns to the side 6. And then you go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're just going to do half of that this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, at the very end, you go toward your audience, then away from the audience, and then what? right? So that what is, maybe they've got something that you want, right? So up until then, everything is really very languid, very somber, right? As you move from side to side. And even this, as you go to the side, we're gonna reach with the arm first, and then the head is the last thing that goes to the side. So you're gonna step to the side, right? So the arm is gonna lead you in that direction, right? Yeah. Okay, so I wanna put this together. Let's try it with a little bit of music. Handy dandy little thing here. So we're gonna start with a little zombie sway as the music begins. And so maybe you're sort of wondering what's going on. Part of you is hearing this going, I recognize that. Zombie sway side to side. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is going to step or do our zombie shuffle going backwards. Starting with that right foot, you reach, one. And now going forwards. And now you're going to take it to the side. What's that, Blossom? You think they're ready for the big show?